Alright, here's what I'm going to do today. That's another project I need to do. The GMC is missing one of them. All the cool kids on YouTube been fixing up their bead rollers, and I bought this thing. I don't know, I probably had it 4 or 5 years. I ain't used it that much. I used it just a little when I was fabricating this firewall and so forth in this truck. Just a little. But it didn't work out too good because it's got this crank and all here. So I did some digging around. I found some stuff. I can brace it up. And I found a steering wheel. I found one of these I had kicking around I might use for something. So let me see what I come up with here. Alright, here's what I come up with so far. I'm going to put that on there to something like so. And we'll put that there. It's still hot. Something like so. And I'm going to put them something like so, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. My idea is there. I also might need to notch this out a little here, in case if I want to bolt something here to hold it, which I may want to do. I ain't sure. Let me think on that a minute. Alright, I've decided I don't care about them bolts. If I come up with something, I'll weld it to the bottom. That's what I've decided at this time. Alright, now to get that off and do a little grinding, we might start a little welding. Alright, here's what I got so far. Stiffeners. Alright, I'm going to keep welding. Alright, I got some welding done. Got a couple little holies there. Guess where I didn't clean up as good as I should have. Anyways, now let me fix this. I welded a little bit too far right there, but I guess it's going to have to be okay. Well, that didn't turn out just like I planned it. But, you know, that's often the case. But I got a welder and a grinder, so I'm going to keep going. Alright, here's the steering wheel I got. And I think that's out of like a 65 or 64 or 66 Chevrolet truck. Which is in pretty good shape, really. But I do have a later model square body steering wheel, but that wouldn't be as cool, would it? But then again, this is a Chinese bead roller. I don't know. Let me think about this business. Anyway, the idea is, instead of one crank that's kind of hard to maintain the constant speed, you put a steering wheel on it so it's easier to turn. Anyways, let me think on that a little. Mull that over. Alright, I reversed my position. I was thinking I'd use the cooler steering wheel, but the square body one's slightly smaller, but a little easier to come by, so I think I'm gonna weld that on there instead of the old one. I think that's my plan. Alright, I said I would, and I did. Alright, now I need to figure out something better to do there. I was going to use that hand wheel. You know, come on. But that seems a little like overkill to me. Let me think on that. Let me mull that over. Check this out. I might be rednecker than you. This is a sway bar link from the Caprice that's broke, and I welded a nut on there to get some space, and then I'm gonna weld that in there, and then if I'm really lucky I might find a shift knob. What? Is that uptown or what? That is some kind of weird metal that link is. It bubbles as it cools. It's not your normal steel. I don't know what it is. But hopefully, it'll hold up for what I'm doing here. Well, I can't find no shift knob braid off. That don't mean I ain't got one, but I do have this. I don't know. I'm going to leave it off and reserve the right to do as I please there. You know, I'm an American. I will say that is a great improvement over the crank, because with the crank you're watching over here, but you got to figure out where the handle's at. You know, in your arms. Here you can just ease it through. Now I can't do that one-handed holding the camera, but I'm sure you can imagine what I'm talking about. Let me roll this on through and show you what it looks like. See, that made a nice little step. Let me do the other side. Alright, I'm going to call that a success. That'd be just the thing for something, wouldn't it? Speaking of that, I'm going to throw that in the scrap pile where it might be just the thing for something someday. Alright, I like it. That only took me about an hour. If you want to see more videos like this, where I ring the bell to signify the end of it, hit the like button. And subscribe and tell your friends, both of them. I sure would appreciate it.